Hey there, how's it going? Welcome back to our Caligula Overdose playthrough for the PS4. If you missed the last part, you'll find a link down in the description and go ahead and check it out if you need to catch up. We're almost to what I think is the boss fight of the Sweet Pea part of the game, which I presume is just Sweet Pea. We started in the last area, we're just going through. We did all of the tests with the Flower Princess, so we're just going around this area. It looks like a perfect ring or whatever, so I've just been like doing some of these fights, just as running through. But yeah, I mean the story is kind of interesting. It turns out like we ran into Nanako in the last part, and she was saying like, oh, I remember Sweet Pea, or not Sweet Pea, like, you know, Sweet Pea's like real name. I remember this character. I remember this person to be like a fat old man or something like that. Those are her words, not mine. But yeah, and then so they're like, well, if Sweet Pea is like, you know, like not who she says she is, then maybe everyone in our party is not who they actually say they are. Like, we could also not be, you know, whatever. I guess our character, like the main character, you can choose to be a male or female, but, you know, maybe in real life, maybe it's the opposite. Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense, because this is supposed to be, like, not the real world, right? And, like, when you make a character in a game, like for an MMO or whatever, like, I don't, maybe some people do, but I don't choose to, like, to make my character me. Because, like, you know, why would I want to play a game as myself? I'm like a normal human. I'm just like a boring dude. I don't want to go through like an adventure as myself. You know what I mean? If I can be like whoever I want, I'm gonna be like, I'm either gonna make my character like a super buff dude, or I'm gonna make my character like a super attractive female or something like that. Just whatever, you know, just like. But not me. I have to live with myself like every day of my life. If I'm gonna enjoy a video game, I don't wanna be me, as you know, at least for a little bit. Let me escape reality for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I've ever made a character that's remotely similar to myself in appearance. I kind of just like realized that I just touched this group without even thinking about it. I kind of wanted to get around them. And I ended up just like bumping into them and started the fight. Yeah, but between like this part and like the last part, nothing's happened, so don't worry about it. You haven't missed anything. I've just been like, I just ran through the area a little bit. All good. Yeah, is it just me, or is the game just running like slowly? Maybe when there's too many like effects on screen, like the shield maybe causes the game to run really slowly. I don't know. Yeah, I've just been spamming the circle button without putting any thought into the fight. I probably could have handled that a lot better. I think the shield the enemy was putting up was just making it not smart. Oh, we unlocked this thing though, so that fight was worth it then. Yeah, there was one on the other side, same deal, just 3 people. If my guess is correct, this will probably be really similar to the last boss fight, where we'll go into a room, we'll have a lot of dialogue, and then we'll do the fight, so maybe we'll be a little short, and then we'll have a lot more dialogue, but at least the story will be moving right along. I can't think, like, this game, by the way, is, I think, developed and published by Furyu in Japan. And I think in the English, like, for the English market, I think it's NIS. I do remember seeing it on one of their social media posts that they were publishing Caligula Overdose. I assume it's just whoever did the Vita version. I don't think they would have changed it. But yeah, in Japan it is Furyu, and they actually make like a lot of games. But none of them are like huge like AAA blockbuster games. I think they did Legend of Legacy, which did come out in English. It wasn't like huge. So that was them. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I feel like maybe I am wrong. But yeah, they did that, and probably and this. And I think really soon actually they are coming out with another game. I think it's called Crystar. Because I remember I was on the internet. Well, I mean, I'm always on the internet, but I was like browsing some gaming news recently of what's coming out at the end of this year, and there's a game called Crystar that I think it's like an action RPG, and to my surprise a little bit, it is also being developed and published by Furyu, you know, who did this game. I might want to give it a look. It looks pretty interesting. Like, it has a really good premise. Like, this as well has a pretty good premise, so that's kind of why I decided to pick it up. But I'll look into the other game. If it's like really interesting, if I think you know, people overseas might want to know what the game's about, then yeah, I'll pick it up. I'll play through a little bit of it just to so I can know, and so if you're watching, so you can know what the game's like. If it does get an English release, it probably won't be for like another year though. Like between this, like this game came out in May, and it's getting a 2019 release in English, so it's like a year gap, right? That seems to be like the going rate for Japanese games. Not always though. I mean, like at least Shining Resonance Refrain came out in the same year between English and the original Japanese release. So that being said though, for Shining Resonance Refrain, that's like, again, that's like another one of these remakes. So I guess the localization team had access to the like the original Japanese scripts for a while. Yeah, they added a bunch of new stuff, but you know, the main story is still the main story, right? It didn't change, so they probably had a head start there. I think for Overdose, for Caligula, they added a ton of new stuff. So that probably has to do with that's probably why the English release is taking a little longer, because they just have a lot of text and stuff to work with. And it's all voiced, actually, like, as far as I can tell, at least. All the new content is voiced, so, you know, you have to get voice actors for that. You have to record it. Okay, there's a lot of enemies here. Oh, and a thing. $3 points, yeah. Yeah, like a couple parts ago, I was like, oh, I'm not even allocating my skills, and I had like 200 skill points that weren't even allocated. They are now, actually. I just like kind of did it off camera. Just because I think skill allocation maybe isn't so exciting, so I just went ahead and did it. Alright, everyone is level 22 in this party. Let's go drop some of these guys so we can level up these guys. You get experience, like I think everyone gets experience, but you get less experience when they're not in your party, so I presume like leaving them out for too long would have detrimental effects on your party balance. But everyone gets the same amount of like skill points. Like skill points are shared actually between all of your party members. So you could, I guess, just like have someone kind of low level, but just give them all the points. Okay, this is it. This is definitely where we need to be.
ここで間違いないみたいですね。奥の方が例のフラワープリンセスたちで、トンシャってかコンビナートみたいになってます。
Man, everyone is being so mean on these people. He's like, you know, the flower princess like should be in here, but you know, maybe it's just like more like a pig pen or something.
ミフエ、予定通り茶会に潜入してくれ。それとなくミュウの居場所を聞き出すんだ。
Alright, so we're gonna go in, infiltrate the tea party.
まずは穏便にな。話し合いで肩がつくなら、それに越したことはないからな。
Okay, but it's so weird that he's saying to like infiltrate a tea party. Like those two words, like those two ideas, usually they'll go together.
いざとなったら、ナルコ先輩から仕入れた情報で脅すのもいいかもしれませんね。きっと他人には知られたくないでしょうし。
Alright, so he's saying, well, everyone's saying like, try to get your information gently, but if push comes to shove, you can use like whatever you learned from Naruto as like a threat. So the fact that we know that Sweet Pea is supposed to be a fat old man.
ひどいこと考えますね。
もしなんか危険が迫ったら大声で知らせろよ。小太郎様が助けに行くからよ。
さすがに緊張するな。部長、ついてきてくれたりしません？ダメかな。
So Mifue wants us to come along.
よし、ちょっと待ってて。
Where are you going? Come back. That's the enemy. Oh my god.
ようやく来たのね。どうしたの？入ってきたら？あ、ローズさん、ちょっと相談なんだけど。なんですって？二人は禁断の花園に足を踏み入れていたのね。なんてことなの？
Okay, so she's saying like we have entered the forbidden garden.
禁断の？何ですか？チカ、どうしたんですか部長、急に。いいじゃない。それはそれであるよ。障害が多ければ多いほど燃え上がるものよね。
She's saying like the more like obstacles that are in the way, like the more exciting it is. I think
ちょっと待ってて。スイートピー様に聞いてみるわ。
I think they're alluding to the fact that like we're like okay, probably Kotono was like we're a lesbian couple or something, and then that way we can join the party.
スイートピー様もこの衝撃的な展開に大層感銘を受けてらっしゃったわ。
Yeah. So like we got the okay to join the party.
ありがとうございます。
Okay. Confusion.
ちょっと後で説明してくださいよ、部長。
Yeah, what's to explain? We're a lesbian couple now.
頼んだわよ。さあ、入って。
So yeah, we've entered the forbidden garden so we can do this tea party together, which presumably is gonna go wrong somehow, and then we're gonna do a boss fight. Wow, really purple. Really
あなたが秘密の花園に参加したいっていうこと、そのスイートハートね。私がスイートピーです。ごきげんよ
う。This is Sweet Pea.
どうやら私たちが帰宅部だってまだ気づいてないみたいですよ。
Okay, apparently she hasn't realized that we're in the Go Home Club, but that's definitely not true because we know that they know.
写真まだ見てないのかも。チャンスですね。
Wait, so if they know that we're in a club, this is a trap. They trapped us.
それで
They got us.
新しいお友達のお名前は何かな？私はふみえです。何がおかしいんですか？やだ、それ本名で でしょ。私たちが聞いてるのはフェアリーネームだよ。
So she's like, what's your name? And she said like Fumie or whatever, which is okay, whatever, but and she's like, no, I'm asking what your fairy name is.
あるよね、フェアリーネーム。秘密の花園に入りたい子が知らないとは考えられないもの。
先輩、どうしましょう。何ですかフェアリーネームって。初耳ですよ。
ああ、あれじゃないの。フラワープリンセスが名乗ってる花の名前。
We have to choose a name now. A flower name. Daria, Himawari, or Mimosa. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I actually don't know anything about flowers. What they look like. I do know that a Himawari is a sunflower, so let's go with that.
私、ひまわり大好きです。
よーし。
どうしたの？二人で内緒話？
いいえ、私、ひまわりです。
ひまわり？
ひまわりだって。笑わないでください。私、ひまわり大好きなんです。
スイートピーは可愛い名前だと思うな。よろしくね、ひまわりさん。特別参加のスイートハートさんにも何か名前が欲しいよね。ねえ、あなた、好きな花の名前を教えて。
Okay. We have to choose a name for ourselves. We can do Mandoragora. Mandoragora? Mandraga? I actually don't know what that is. I know what it is in English. I actually don't know how to pronounce it though. And then a Tampopo, which is like a dandelion or something like that. Okay, let's choose this one because it sounds cool.
マンドラゴラって抜くと死んじゃうっていうあれ？
That flower dies when you pick it, apparently.
ずいぶん変わったセンスね。まあいいか。よろしくね、マンドラゴラさん。さ、じゃあ座って二人とも。早速お茶会を始めましょう。準備はいいかしら。では、たーんと召し上がれ。
いただき。
Oh my god, that noise was terrifying. I thought this was a tea party and no one's drinking tea. Also, this character's not even grabbing food. You know, that's a good way to choke, so don't eat your food like that.
何？
みんなむせちゃって、やっぽどお腹空いてたのね。
そのマカロンは私のよ。取らないで。
It's a gentle reminder to just properly chew your food and swallow it. God. Those are the worst eating noises I've ever heard. Yeah, none of these characters are even grabbing food. They're all grabbing like empty space on the table and stuff. Or clipping through like the teapot.
ひまわりちゃんたちも遠慮なさらないで召し上がれ。
いい加減にして。だからデブなんて大嫌い。デリカシーなんかまるでなくって、人に迷惑かけてもお構いなしで。食べることしか頭になくて、見境なくガツガツガツガツガツガツ豚みたい。
So she's really pissed. She hates fat people. Apparently, she's saying like, all they think about is food and stuff and cause trouble for people.
そのくせ似合いもしないくせにそんな服着て周りの人を不快にさせて笑われてるってわからないの？気持ち悪いの！迷惑なのよ！
そう、さては現実のあなたはおデブさんなのね、ミフエさん。
Sweet Pea's saying like, she's saying like the real you in reality maybe is like, maybe you're fat, Mifue.
バカ言わないで。私はあんたたちみたいなって気づいてたの？
Yeah, so they know who we are.
当たり前じゃない。あなたたちがローグだってことくらい最初から気づいてたわよ。
Yeah, so she's saying like she knew from the start who we were, as I thought.
一生懸命だから遊んであげたの。そんなことよりプリンセスへの過剰な反応、あなたも一緒なんでしょ。だから直視できないんでしょ。そんなに本当の自分のこと嫌いなのにどうして現実に帰ろうなんてするの？
I don't, is Mifei not who she says she is? Because like Sweet Pea apparently is saying like, if you hate yourself, like if you hate your real self that much, why do you want to go home?
こうしてメビウスにいればその可愛らしい見た目のまま美味しいものをいっぱい食べられるのに。
Yeah, if you stay here, you can just like eat all the food you want. You can be cute.
だから一緒にしないでってば。あんたこそ実は油ぎっしゅなデブ男なんでしょ。知ってるんだから。
Ooh, now she's saying like, I know who you actually are. You're a fat dude.
は？油ぎっしゅって油って油ぎっしゅって言うな。
This is probably the weirdest cutscene I've seen in a game in a while.
スイートピース様？嘘なんで？どこでした？話が違う。全部消せるんじゃないの？消えろ、消してやる。
So she's like upset. She's like, how do you know about that?
そんなの知らないよ。世の中そんな都合よく全部なかったことになんてなるわけないでしょ。あなたはここで好きなだけ食べてればいいじゃない。私は絶対現実に帰る。ちゃんと現実でご飯を食べたいよ。
So yeah, Mifei's like, I want to get out of here. I don't actually want to eat real food.
ふざけるな。お前なんか時の身勝手な考えでみんなの世界の幸せを壊すな。いい加減夢から覚めなよ。そんなのまがいものなんだってば。
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess like Sweet Pea's like saying, don't destroy this world. Mifei's like, this is just like a fake world.
知
So
った風な口を聞くな。俺にはメビウスしか認めてくれる場所なんてないんだよ。
like, there's no place for me like Mebius. Like, this is only where I can be accepted. You guys have to be invited. You can't run in here. You have to be invited.
こうなっちまったか。
Alright, well, that's a good place to take a break, right in the middle of the break of this cutscene. So if you don't want to miss the next part when it comes with the channel, keep an eye on it. It'll be up soon. We'll do the boss fight for real this time. Let me know what you thought. You can leave a comment down below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. You'll find a link to my profile down below. And since you're still here, why not head on over to the channel and find another video to enjoy. Just more stuff like this. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again. Take care.